Alright, a big part of this project is keeping things to scale and keeping the house to scale. We're going to concentrate on doing the house and the exterior of the house. If you want to go back and add more detail and appliances, you are more than welcome to do that. So, first of all, we're going to do it one room at a time. We're going to, for example, start with a room and move adjacent throughout the house. So I'm going to do house number one, and I'm going to orbit my house so that I'm looking directly down on the property that is given to me. I'm going to start right here where I think we'll call her Nancy, and I'm going to delete Nancy by using the select, click on her so she turns blue, and hitting the delete key. And now I'm going to draw a bunch of rectangles for the size of my house. So first I'm going to start with the master suite that's found on the bottom left of my house, starting on the bottom left of my drawing on SketchUp. Click and drag out. Now, as I drag out, I'm going to type in my measurements for my house, and it is 17 feet. So I'll type 17 and then feet by the one quote, comma, space bar, 13 feet, and hit enter, and you can see the shape of my room right there. My bathroom that I drew should be more vertical than horizontal. So I'm going to undo that and then flip the numbers around. Instead of 7 by 10, I'll do 10 by 7. So I'm going to hit Control Z to erase it. Draw it again, 10 feet, comma, spacebar, 7 feet, and that looks a little better. And concentrate on all my measurements. One good thing you can use here is the orbit tool to look more down on the house, and you can also use the tape measure tool on the top of your button row. If I click that, I can not only click and drag down and find my measurements. All measurements are found down here on the bottom right, but also I can make markers for myself. So if I want to start a room, I'm going to do my closet next. I'm going to start at 3 feet down from the top. So I'm going to just type 3 feet, and you can barely see, if you're on your computer you can see a little better, there's a little tiny dot right there that represents 3 feet down from this top corner. It also makes it real easy for your guide points and to start corners of rooms. So I clicked on that point I just drew, I'm dragging out, and then I'm noticing down here my numbers are changing, so I'm going to want to make that 7 feet, comma, and I'll make it 6 feet wide. Alright. Eight feet by 7, and those should line up. So now we got something that looks like our floor plan, similar to our drawing. If you want to add a few details, for example, if this is my dining room and I wanted to make those windows into like bay windows that are angled, I can simply zoom in. The tighter you get on an object, the easier it is to do more detail. So I'll click on it and just kind of angle my windows there. Take my eraser and erase those corners of lines. Let me zoom out so I get to see everything I have. Alright, so like I said, we want to concentrate on the exterior. It's all about keeping it to scale. So if I were to take my tape measure and measure across, okay, it'll tell me that my garage is 20 feet. It'll tell me up there, and it'll also tell me down here. And when I go and check your houses, a big part of this project is keeping it to scale. You use my eraser so I can pull up the exterior all at the same time. So I'm going to make it possible and erase. We're now going to make it three-dimensional. So you can see I've got it flat. I orbit it around. I'm going to use my push-pull tool, and I'm going to lift the house up, and I'm going to lift it 10 feet. So I'm going to just start lifting and type in 10 feet. It'll tell you right there as you're typing. Go ahead and hit enter, and you saw I just jumped a little bit. So I'm at 10 feet.